When Ignition GT says to me that I'm reviewing a little tiny compact city runabout, I genuinely am excited. No, I am. I know you're looking at me going, Morris, you're speaking rubbish. I'm not all about performance and fire and brimstone. These cars I love. They are honest, they are simple, they are just really good fun to drive. I'd much rather be spending time in cars like this than reviewing buckies. Now the Peugeot 108 hasn't been in the market for quite some time. It's been reintroduced and I think that's a great thing for the French brand. The Peugeot 108 is a partnership with Toyota and Citroën, with Toyota looking after the engineering, and that really isn't a bad thing. But what is noticeable for me in the second generation is that the 108, the Igo and the C1, which we now no longer have in the country, at least each have a more distinctive personality. This is a front-end design that I actually really like. The sleek headlights have daytime running lights incorporated, which is a nice feature, and as you can see there are also fog lights on the specification. The Peugeot badge is prominently displayed on the bonnet. Very nice. But I am in two minds with the rear end design, dominated by Peugeot's traditional 3-claw rear tail light cluster. I kind of think less of this and more of that would round off this rear end because it feels very squared up and short, having such short overhangs. What they have gone and done is focused on improving the boot capacity in the back. When you flip it open, you've got 227 litres, and that's with a spare wheel. It may not sound like much, but it's actually pretty good in the segment. But you always have those shelves that you've got to flip up and they tend to get in the way. I like the fact that Peugeot have incorporated that shelf into the boot lid. So no hassle, no fiddling around, quick and easy access. Not that I ever thought it would matter, but there are lots of cup holders and they can hold more than an espresso. What I like is that in my driving position, I can adjust the seats, so I can get it lower or higher. Obviously the steering doesn't have reach adjustment, but it can tilt up and down, so you can get into a fairly comfortable driving position. What is obviously cool is that the one dial instrument cluster is linked to the steering adjustment. So no matter how you position the wheel, you're never obscuring your vision. But what is critical in this segment, actually in every segment now, is connectivity. What I like about this is they've got a nice little touchscreen and I can connect my phone via Bluetooth, or if I use the USB, I've got my Apple CarPlay because they use a mirror-link system. Really not a badly laid out interior, but it is hard plastic. Remember, this has to be a well-priced entry-level vehicle. So under the hood is an unchanged 1 litre 3-cylinder naturally aspirated, I don't want to say power plant, engine. It produces 53 kilowatts and 93 Newton meters of torque. And you know, when you have a look at its competitors, also with the 1 litre 3-cylinder engines, those are pretty standard figures. But you really are going to have to come to terms with working through the 5-speed manual gearbox to get the most out of this engine. And I'll tell you what, I'm surprised at how well insulated it is. But also the enjoyable part for me is the minute you want to run through a fast sweeping bend, it doesn't feel like it's ready to roll over. There are actually quite a few competitors in the segment. Think here Picanto, VW Up, Hyundai's Grand i10, and obviously the closest being Toyota's Igo. Now with a price point of 180,000 Rand, the Peugeot 108 is actually very competitively priced. Peugeot have decided to bring in just the one derivative, the Peugeot 108 Active. But where this car really trumps its competitors is safety. It has ABS with electronic brake force distribution, but where most of the competitors only have 2 airbags, Peugeot have 6. But with ISOFIX mountings in the rear, safety of the children is clearly not forgotten. And with a 5-year, 100,000 kilometer comprehensive warranty and service plan, 24-hour roadside assistance, a 24-hour call center, even courtesy vehicles for warranty repairs, perhaps now, finally, South Africans will feel comfortable purchasing one of these.